To my great frustration, I have lost some videos. I was getting back into this. I was getting back into idling to rule the gods. Because, I'd been absent for a while, I know. And I was recording and doing things, and I had a bunch of stuff saved up for when I actually did. It's okay. I can remember things. Probably. Okay, so we just started the Valentine's Day event. I started a little bit late, but that shouldn't matter because you get the full 2 weeks anyway. It actually started me with a whole bunch of love arrows for some reason, so I don't know why. Maybe that's just how this event goes. But whatever, you know what? We got a thing. It started. There's a new research point thing going on. That's great. I'm just going to buy a little bit of everything just to get things ticking. And, good. Okay. Where do I even begin? Oh my gosh. So I waited on these until I was ready to start recording on again, and I did one of each, which is what we lost. To be frank, they're all very easy, but they're all reset multipliers, which I hate. But what can you do? You know what? The bonuses are going to be very interesting. Particularly the one that literally gives you a new kind of training, which is over here, which is very cool, but I have to actually come in and do this to make it work. Do we get a new... Does this affect how we do the All Achievements Challenge? Because is there an achievement for this? I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to worry about that. It's not like I ever need to do another All Achievement Challenge anyway. Okay, so I had... With adventuring, I had left most of the classes at level 0. The ones that I had already done, I pushed up to 90. We'll talk about the hunter specifically. I was just starting to work on the rogue. I got the newbie up to 41. It was really fast and easy because of... Well, we're like level 277. I mean, what do you expect? Anyway, this is at the moment seems to be optimal for the rogue. I just got extra attack, and I was experimenting, swapping around some of the stuff. XP boost is a new skill that was added at some point. Anyway, right now, we're doing the rogue, which is weird. I actually don't know if this is at all a useful class. I can't make up my mind. On one hand, it does seem like it's good for squirrel hunting, because it'll get binding shot, which is great. The squirrel is there's an enemy that randomly at a low chance appears and has special drops, but it runs away. It's the metal slime of idling to rule the gods. So binding shot seems like a great thing, but let's get into my problems with this class. Binding shot is a bow ability. You have to use a bow to use it. Backstab and throw sand and dual wield. Are you starting to notice a problem? Yeah, the class isn't really built around bows. You can't even use dual wield with a bow. And dual wield is actually a very potent ability. It's significantly stronger than other weapon skills. So, it's not like you can swap weapons between attacks. And it's water element. Why is the rogue a water assassin? The rogue sneaks up behind you, swimming under the swamp water. But not only is it a water element, it's also weak to water. I mean, okay, you're probably going to attack fire elemental enemies with this anyway, and assassinate fire, I guess. So I have very mixed feelings about this class, but I need to bring everyone up to level 90, so we're going to start with the rogue, I guess. That's what I picked. Okay, next up we've got the ass over here. And the ass actually makes a lot more sense to my head. This is some kind of dodge tank. And where the rogue gets the ability to blind the enemy for decreased hit chance from the enemy, um, which doesn't really factor into their build to me. But I mean, the backstabs hit harder, and when they're sanded, like it seems to be like it wants to debuff the enemy. But the assassin, they poison the enemy. They've got the only damage over time ability in the game, and they're spec'd for it. So the fact that they make themselves harder to hit while the enemy's poisoned, and throw sand could miss depending on what you're up against, but smokescreen is self-targeting, so it's always gonna affect. So I think the assassin's just a better class in my opinion, and it does dark element damage, which I don't know, it could be useful. At least it makes sense for an assassin to do dark element to me. Also, the enemy gets slowed down. On top of the fact they have trouble hitting you and they're just taking constant damage. This class might be useful depending on what we fight in the future. It feels like a boss killer class, although there are no bosses in the game right now. It could be a really good class. Maybe. Definitely I'd like to level it up. Okay, we'll go over what I did with the existing classes in a minute and how I got them to be so ridiculously high level, although probably every player's got their characters this high of a level. But anyway, Geomancer. It's the Pyromancer, but durable. That's my opinion. Okay, different element, big whoop. It's the Pyromancer, but tough, and it needs its own specialized equipment, which means more time crafting junk that nobody else can use, nobody else can wear. Maybe a good class. Maybe if there's it's so rare that you see a multi-enemy thing. Almost always it's single enemy. So the multi-target classes, I've already got options that do that. I've already got multiple options that can hit all enemies. So, Scholar's the newest one. I'm kind of not sure what I think of it, honestly. It feels like a very idle game class to me. It sits around and doesn't kill enemies. Instead, it slowly builds a buff against that specific enemy. So you leave this class if you're going to be in a zone for a while, you have this guy go there first, stare at the enemies for, I don't know, days, and then you send in the person you actually want in the area. Yeah, I'm not thrilled about this one. It feels more like he exists to waste my time than to do something cool, but I mean, maybe I'm selling him short and he's the coolest thing ever. I don't know. He does increase drop rates. So, and then there's the Onion Knight, which I do qualify for. And look, I think this class is just bad. I think this is just a bad class. Okay, here's my logic. You ready? So, you get a good single target and a good hit everybody, although you have to get to level 99, but still, whatever. You get to hit everybody with a pretty good move, right? It's in water element, like the rogue, but it can hit everyone, so it could fill the role of either a solo enemy or fighting a whole group. Attack boost, which, well, okay, I already had attack boost, but thanks anyway. Weapon mastery. This is either the best ability if we're ever allowed to mix and match. Any class could equip this. So if we're ever allowed to mix and match abilities at some point down the road, this could be a really versatile ability. And they have the water boost. They have the water boost. I don't know what more to say. So actually they have 3 different things that just boost their damage. That's basically their loadout. but they don't get any other passives or actives. They literally are stuck with basic attack and XP boost until they gain enough levels to use stuff like, good grief, Onion Slash is level 90. So you're just going to be using basic attacks forever. But, obviously, if you level it up to 99, it becomes not that great. On paper. I don't know, maybe in practice it'll be different, but on paper this is not very good. Look at it. You get to double these so that it becomes 120% across the board. Highest stat average of any class. Okay, I use Onion Wave. I use my attack power. My attack power is 120%. Okay, okay, that is more attack power than the knight, right? And the comparable, it's close enough, right? Okay. We actually compare the abilities of rapid stabs and the casting time and the casting delay and all that to what we're doing over here. Then we could try to compare like explosion, which is super slow but does insane damage against them. And the abilities, you could still say they're comparable, but this is 180% intelligence. This is 120% attack. This is 180%. If you just want to do damage, there are multiple classes that just take these numbers and go really freaking high with them. Uh, I mean, even the Hunter. The Hunter's not exactly the highest DPS go around here, but even they've got 110%. Even they're comparable. So, what I'd say that you're really getting with the Onion Knight is the fact that it's all of your stats at 120%, meaning your defense, your resistance, like you basically have no weak points. You're the jack of all trades. And unless we run into multiple fire enemies, I don't know, man. Because it's an incredible amount of time to spend building up this class. And you'd expect that it would be the strongest class ever for the amount of investment, but instead it looks decent, but not for the effort I'll have to put in. And I'll do it. I'm going to level it. These are just my opinions without trying them. Okay, so, really quickly, how'd I get so swole? So, basically, the path I took with fighting stuff was I used the knight. And the knight did the brunt of things. You can see the pyromancer. I actually leveled most of him up later. The knight ran around kicking ass, and he is very good at kicking ass. Specifically, though, he was fighting the same lizard we're fighting right now, and then I think that's as far as he got before I worked on the hunter. I was immediately enamored with the hunter as a class because it said you could maintain 5 researches. Somewhere in its description it mentioned you could keep 5 researches going at like zone at like zone 8. Well, I don't know what it was on about because that wasn't true at all. I was not able to keep 5 research slots going there. I was barely able to at Ashura Canyon, though. And so I spent a while here with the hunter, then I spent more time with the knight here, and I was able to jump to the canyon sooner than it says. It said you had to be level 250 and 120, but I want to say about 10 levels below that. However, that had a lot to do with my equipment, I think. So there's XP equipment now. There's several different options. including equipment that boosts the drop rate of stuff. But I found just giving the hunter the highest attack power possible yielded the best results. Because he's already always going to harvest cores as good as possible, so overkill doesn't really penalize you any, and he was just really effective. He got to the point where he was, it's the hardest place we have available, and he was just kicking its ass and bringing home enough research to run 5 researches simultaneously. So right now, at the moment, we are boosting crit chance, which is a stat I had at 0. I guess I should talk about the stats a little bit really quick. Okay, super quick summary. I was focused pretty hard on the core stuff. I do need to keep upgrading this. I want to keep upping that max class level. That's a bigger hurdle than the actual XP gain to my hunter becoming stronger. Crits. So increase your damage, increase your damage, increase your damage. That's what these 3 things read as. This is actually more interesting. I like this one. This one I don't understand. None of the classes we have right now can really benefit from this any. Because they're so easy to unlock as it is, honestly. It's not an issue. If it lowered the level at which I would learn abilities, well, then I'd think it would be actually useful. It'd be like if oh, well, I only have to be a level 32 newbie, but I could get this at level 89. All right, yeah, I could see putting 5 or 6 levels into this then. As it stands, I don't get this one. Honestly, the crit chance, the crits are stupid. I had ignored them because they're dumb. They make sense. Like right now, here and now, a crit would be useful because I'm fighting a single opponent. See that? That was a crit. Inza killed him. Perfect. But if I'm fighting 4 guys at once and I'm hitting all of them, a 5% crit chance, oh great, I critted one of them, but I need to kill all of them before the next group of enemies. Like, it just doesn't matter when you're fighting groups, and that's primarily what I was doing until just now as I'm leveling other classes. So, we're leveling other classes now, so suddenly crits could be useful, but and this one only matters if I'm not using the hunter, and right now the hunter is all powerful. The hunter is just all powerful right now, so I actually seem to be gaining more per hour than I'm spending on 3 slots. That's interesting. I'm gonna turn on this. Man, the cost just jumps. Alright, anyway, crafting! Well, look, I don't really got much to say here, okay? We're doing great. But we could be doing a lot greater. I've ignored this. I do need to invest in this. I really do need to do a new RTI. I was at the limit of RTI. Oh, I got to talk about that, too. Oh, that's important. What? So we can refine straight up now. There's more gear than ever. I did massively level up the bronze equipment as well. The bronze equipment was very important. It helped the knight a lot, and then it helped the hunter quite a bit until the hunter didn't need it anymore, because it's a massive reduction to the enemy damage. We can have cobalt gear. The cobalt gear doesn't work. I don't know, something's wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but this is supposed to have... Sorry, the accessories don't work. These are supposed to have an MP cost effect if I equip them. But, here, stop for a sec. So right now, these 2 are giving an damage armor... They're giving me a 16% mitigation on damage. Like, that's crazy for just having these equipped. But if I switch them out for the cobalt, it's supposed to have an MP cost reduction. Maybe I'm supposed to wear 2 rings? I don't know, I didn't try that. Honestly, I don't care because I like the damage mitigation a lot. I'm a big fan of the damage mitigation, actually, so I'm just going to stick with it. But the MP cost could be valuable in the future, and I feel like using it. Anyway, we're definitely going to do these at some point. I would like to be running both of these and keep upgrading the cores. But there was a long period of time when I was only running these and nothing else, and it's like I'm not researching anything. I'm just betting that in the future I'll be able to research. Okay, I think that's everything. I claimed a few this and that, like milestones and stuff. We've got route now, but I haven't done any of them yet. So we've got all these interesting routes to do, which are apparently limited to 50. And I'm curious to do them. I want to do them, but I want to do these first, the rest of the way. Um, challenges. Guess what I did all this time? If you guessed total growth challenges, yeah, that's most of what I did. That's almost all of what I did. I had a whole bunch of challenge points saved up, and I spent them on boosts over here, which I want to keep buying because they're really good. I had a pile of overflow points that I spent on Space Dim. I brought it up by like 15%, and I had recorded it, and I lost it. Ah! But anyway, it was a bunch of savings, and I want to save up enough to get to 100. That's my goal here. But yeah, I just kept running these because I was lazy, and it got to. It takes about 2.5 days at this point. Oh, I should probably stop eating so much chocolate while I'm not running those. Running those gave me a lot of chocolate. Our pets. How crazy are our pets? Are you ready? Well, that one doesn't count. That's new. Okay, 600,000 is the low point. I don't think I can get the Oni. And I've been ignoring the whatever the hell's going on with this thing. I've just been ignoring that mechanic. Anyway. Yeah, I got to do more RTIs. Alright. Anything else? Yeah, we were about to rebirth. I think that's everything, honestly. I'll just buy that and... Oh, I wish. There you go. Get a little bit of that going. Keep building that up. We're going to do this whole thing. And I'm going to run these. And honestly, I'm going to poke in periodically on the adventure, but that's really going to be the main thing to talk about, is what's happening in adventure mode. As I get these classes one at a time to level 90. Oh yeah, I was trying extra attack. Okay, hold on a second. I died? Holy shit, I died. What did I do wrong? Okay. Well, can I still simulate? I can still simulate. Okay, so we gain, like... That's not how much I gain. I gain more than that. Did I do something? I did just swap my abilities around. I might have thrown something out of whack. Though I can't imagine how I could have lost. I guess you get back to smithing, because you know what? I really, really want to get to 40, because that's the next milestone. I've already got 40 on crafting and alchemy, so we just need a little bit more, just a little more, and we can get another 5% to the idle crafting speed. Anyway, I'm going to try putting extra attack in some of these different slots. I'm not going to be using dual wield once I get the bow, once I get binding shot in a few levels. So why am I leveling this skill up? Hmm. Extra attack has to be better, right? It has to be better, but the backstab is doing a ton. And it's getting that bonus. I don't know. Dagger Mastery is also not going to matter. Maybe I'll replace Dagger Mastery with it and see how that does. Anyway, that's basically the plan. We're going to be watching mostly Adventure while I do all the other things in the coming days. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I lost that data. Oh hey, also I might want to do this. I mean, you might as well, right? Did that get me one more? Yay, one more. Okay, anyway. So yeah, these challenges are okay. Even though I complain about multiplier reset challenges, um, we can probably knock them out excruciatingly quickly. I could probably, because it's just like get to P-ball 10, like, oh, okay, well, that's not so hard. Uh, it really isn't. And this one, you can even get the clone count up if you wanted to. So, what's the matter? Oh, mountains! Yes, right. I can do that too. Here you go. Da 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 da! Alright. Water, trees, fish. These are the things you normally find yourself needing. Yes, I do need this. Ha ha ha! Power up! I don't know why I even sent those pets out. I'm just going to reset in a second anyway. Yeah, I don't care. Things were green. That was good. Now I have 400,000 clones. That's way better than 1,000. Why would I leave my pets out there for an hour? What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. Alright, we just need one mountain, thanks. Yeah. So I can probably plow through these. Each time I do one, it gives me ghost clones for RTI and might, which I did the math before, but I forget what it was. It's actually not that big of a deal considering how many shadow clones I've got and the fact that I'm planning on doubling them. Oh, I didn't mention that. Yeah, I'm planning on doubling my shadow clone count. I can't afford to do that just yet. But inevitably, I will be able to afford it. It's only a matter of time, you see. Okay, there we go. Also, here you guys go. Keep at it. Look at this. Now you do that. And... Hua! Look at that. Oh, you can't afford a continent? There you go. Okay, yeah, whether that's a little bit expensive. I get why that would be a problem. And just like that, we can rebirth again, and it's going to be even crazier. Yeah, we basically doubled our shadow clones again. What was I getting to? Like people 12? As if that's going to be a challenge for us. Ha! Yeah, our stats are kind of ridiculous right now. Like, kind of completely nuts. Ah. Man, why do I have to do things like work and other things? Why can't I just play video games 24/7? The question for the ages. I'm sure it troubled people in ages past. Why? Why not? We could just play. Alright, let's go to all things. Alright. Bonk. We're up to Amaterasu. Bonk. We got all that. And you know what? I bet you could even do this now. Okay, no, you can't. Alright, but we can do this. We've got a lot. In fact, I'm going to go back for a second. Can I? Well, that doesn't do much. Anyway, here's 20 GP to get me some more. Alright. So, how far can this carry us? Pretty far, apparently. Holy shit. Bonk. Okay, the higher we... Oh. Oh, yeah, that's expensive. Oh, yeah, okay, well, you know, that's fine. If I could just get a little... Okay, well, that's probably for the best. It's fine, I can just rebirth and be even more strong. And, how long have we spent on this challenge at this point? Not very long. I bet it hasn't even been 15 minutes yet. And I'm already over 1 million shadow clones and counting. And counting, counting, counting. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. Keep going. There you go. 10,000. That's plenty to keep you guys occupied. Wait, where are they? Hey. Get over there. Okay. Oh, you know what I'm not doing? Okay, these are off. These are... Okay, no, everything's correct. Okay, good. Yeah, because I wouldn't want these to be on when I'm doing short rebirths like this. That'd be horrifically wasteful. Okay. Alright, guys. I think that's good enough. Okay, and this time I do get to have black holes and universes. Okay, which is very good. Okay, excellent news. Whoop. Okay. And now our numbers are insane. One more rebirth should get the win. Yep. Yep, just one more and we've got this thing. It was less than 15 minutes. We're only 7 minutes in. So yeah, I think I'm going to clear out all of these very quickly. The boast from them might be small, but, you know, this one... This is just going to keep making this cheaper. Technically, I don't need to do this one at all. I mean, I have so many shadow clones, it's not a big deal if I just dump a bajillion clones into it. But if I do all of them, it doubles the effect, so you know, that's a reason to do it. Basically, I can ignore this until I'm ready to do all of them. And they're also probably going to get hard. I'm not sure how the math will compare with all my stuff and everything I got to beat, but, well, yeah, there's a bunch of factors in here. This one might be very difficult. I'm not sure. But we'll do this one first, and then we'll do this one, which is it's going to make my number of clones get tinier and tinier. Right now, it's very easy. But when I get to 10, well, I don't know. I do like the rewards, though. Ballpoints are a big deal, and I honestly wish I'd done this right away, but I wanted to wait until I could record the first time I did one. Anyway, after I've done all of these, then I'm going to probably hit some route challenges, and then we're probably going to make a run through all of the, Anyway, a sec, let me just... Then we'll probably do a run through all of the, thingies. All of the dailies. Because we must do all the dailies. And set them to whatever our new power level is. Oh, do I even need the divinity generator for this? I don't know that I even need the divinity generator. Ah, we're right on the cusp. How about this? Can I do it now? Look, 3%. Oh, well, that'll make the difference right there. Here, chew on these. It did not make the difference. Oh, right, of course. This might, though. Yeah, there we go. That will. Just creating a bunch of crap. That's all I needed to do. All right, there we go. On to the next, and the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. So, until next time, and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. When I've got all 10 of these done, or 20 of these done, we'll do the next thing, and I'll show that off. All right, then. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to do a couple things, like, because I'm not going to stay up 24/7 running these, so I'll probably end up doing a couple, overflow challenges or something before I do the whole set. Yeah, okay, anyway. Alright. Well, to the next part for you, which is in my future at some point. Okay, good, everything's working. Great! Okay. We're level 63. So, what we need to do is consider the effects of binding shot. Now, binding shot means switching over to the bow, which means switching around to a whole different kind of build. See, you can backstab with the bow, and it gets a bonus damage if they're bound, which this does. So basically, we want to switch out. Do we want to switch out? I assume we want to. An extra 25% crit chance. It's got to increase my damage, right? But the delay after it, I don't know. Let's test it, shall we? All right. Currently, we can fight this foe for 7.3. All right. Now, we're going to say stop. 7.3. All right. Wait, no. Hold on a second. No. You're still backstab. Binding shot into backstab? Is this how is this gonna work? Keeps turning red and white. Make up your mind. I have a pretty good bow, actually. I went out of my way to make this pretty good. It's got a stun chance and everything. Alright, obviously daggers have to go, so we take extra attack. Dual wield out, so you might as well have bow mastery. I want to get that speed boost in there as well, but let's just see what happens. Alright. Go. Okay, you're bound. I don't see... Okay, I do see a status effect. Then you backstab. Oh, yeah, there's the crit. Then you bind him again, but he should be bound for 3 turns. You should be able to just backstab him twice. That is more XP than I was getting before. Success! Okay, great, excellent, good news. Does this have the power? Oh, that was pretty good. Man, we could hit a little bit harder. All right, let's try. How do you feel about the Lamia volcano? See, now that you bind the enemies, it's okay. That's not very good. Uh, yeah, okay. Didn't expect it to get any better. How about this? Is this gonna kill me? It's gonna kill me. Yeah, it's really bad XP. Nope, 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 nope. You are still stuck in the Dragon River. You just can't climb out of here. Um, Go ahead, get to level 30. The good news is, um, we'll catch some squirrels while you're leveling, and I can craft some gold items, I guess. I don't know. It's something. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Bow mastery is useful. We will gain some bow mastery. Um, and we're getting better at ambushing, and XP boost is getting better. So there's some useful things we're gaining here in terms of skill XP. But for the most part, we're just getting to level 90 and moving on to the next class. And that's going to take a while. Quite a while. All right. Well, I was on the 10th. Well, I guess it's done now. Uh, okay. I was doing one of the challenges, and I didn't think I was going to win until I got to around the 12-hour mark. Because I just dumped a ton of clones on this when I got... Okay, anyway, I had 10 clones to work with. I had 10 clones to work with, so I was only running, like, you can tell from the numbers here, I was only running these 3 trainings here. And the rest of them were turned off. Right? Like, I was just... And I've been working with, well, basically just 4 clones sitting out, and then I had... Well, again, anyway, maybe I didn't even, maybe it wasn't even running a monster. I don't. Anyway, point is, I wasn't expecting it to end, and it just did. So, yeah, because I wanted to record finishing the challenge and then jump straight into the final clone creator challenge, because these are kind of interesting. And then, well, that one, I'll do that one. I'll do that. Anyway, but this just wrecked my whole plan because unexpectedly I just defeated Ball, and it's like, oh, he's done. I have 2 hours on the clock, and he's dead. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not gonna interrupt them when they just need 2 more hours. So, you know, yeah, basically, no rebirth. You're limited to extremely low numbers of clones. I was able to beat most of them for an hour. The first, like, 5 of them I could do in, like, an hour and a half. Like, as soon as Mike kicked in, I won. Then it started taking me 3 hours, and this last one, maybe I was a little over generous giving myself 12, but, These, on the other hand, are more... They're very, very fussy. They require a lot of active work. Um, you'll see in a couple of hours, I'll do a run and I'll show. I'll demonstrate. And anyway, we just got let's see. Limited clone no rebirth challenge. We just finished the last one of these. So if I do it again, I'll get 1 shadow clone. Can I just do stuff myself without the shadow clone? Can I, like, go out there and help it? Anyway, so 1 shadow clone. Oh man. Anyway, um, yeah. So we'll get more BP from now on. So that's nice. Also, we've been accumulating a whole lot of challenge points. I've got 1,000 of them sitting around, so, well, of course, I'll just buy that. You know, that's nice. I do kind of like this. I do kind of want this. Hey, what the hell? I'll splurge a little. Why not? Yeah, so. Good bless these knocked out. And then as for this thing, I don't know what to do about this thing. Oh well. It's easy challenge points until it stops being easy. Clone Creator Challenge is kind of interesting. Sure, here you go. Alright. It involves a lot of very, very fussy short rebirths. For example, right now, I have 120x. Good enough. Because I just went from 1,000 clones to 330,000 clones, which is a little bit better, actually. We just kind of, you know, whatever. Give me a mountain. Oh, no, don't do that. My mouse is acting up. I need a new mouse. Anyway. Oh, there's the problem. Alright. Anyway. Not going to worry about that right now. I just want you to keep making shadow clones. So now we got this. Okay, a little more rock, a little more tree. That's fine. Stone and tree is good. Give me all those back. But didn't I? Oh, water now. Fine, water. There you go. And then I go boop. And then you're going to see this pattern a lot, but hopefully a little bit more efficiently. Okay, that's plenty for now. I just hit this. I let this roll down, and then I say, hey, why don't you make a whole bunch of, just whatever, it doesn't matter, as long as it builds the creating numbers up. Okay. This is good enough for an entire rebirth, believe it or not, because now I have 821,000 shadow clones. Isn't that great? Yeah, it's all kind of downhill from here. This was everything operating at high speed. I'm about to start switching to 5-minute runs. I might do one more really fast, tiny, short run. Okay, it's too soon for that. Too soon for that. Alright, get that going. Now I need these back. Okay, I'll just put them here. Okay, grab more. Okay, now I put them here. That's a pretty good amount, right? Okay, let me make sure I didn't do anything stupid. Okay, these are both turned off. That's important. That's very important. Wouldn't want to burn all of those up. So this is going merrily along. Now go ahead. All right, we've gotten as far as weather. Yeah, I'll make this one more super short one, then I'll switch to 5-minute runs. The thing is, yeah, I'm going to make this whole thing as fast as I can. My goal is P-Ball V66. How long do you think it's going to take me? Well, more than 5 minutes, I can tell you that. So, I'm just going to burn 20 here, go over here, and be like, why don't you make some weather? And that gives us an absolute crap ton of creation power, as well as a whole load of weather. Look at that. I am already at ball. But I don't think I'm quite ready to make galaxies. Even if I could beat him, which I cannot seem to. But you know what? That's fine. We will just rebirth again at 2.5 minutes. And I bet you we can beat him this time. Yeah, look at that. 1.6 million. Feels good to have the numbers jumping like this, doesn't it? They're going to become incredibly slow, and slower the further you go. That shadow clone count, well, yeah, it gets exponentially slower, basically. Alright, set that to work. And, here you go, I put a few guys on that, why not? Yep, we're already past P-ball, and we haven't even started making the upgrades yet. So, place your bets. I have beaten ball, and beginning down the P-ball. 66 more to go, and it took me about 5 minutes. Yeah. Well, let's find out.